From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.
His Excellency, George Wea, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose a path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happen in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come. See in the next few months a nice country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
The judge ascribed unto himself an authority that he doesn't have. When specific provisions of the Constitution are raised as subject matter of discussion in a trial, a court of limited jurisdiction, specifically a trial court, does not have the authority to interpret the Constitution. That authority is ascribed to the full bench of the Honorable Supreme Court. So today, the judge had indeed agreed that the former officials of government are immune from any criminal prosecution or judicial inquiry for acts committed or acts carried out while serving as members and statutory members of the National Security Council and principal advisors and agents of the presidency. That immunity of the president that extends to the advisors of the president and the agent, that immunity can never be subjected to judicial review. in a court of law. The courts shall refrain from conducting inquiry on the basis that any attempt will compromise national security. In fact, it's on the other way around. Why we should be protecting the protection of national secrecy, I see the government proceeding to expose national security operations, especially about expenditure during elections to keep this country safe from threats to the elections. It's left with the wisdom of the judge. The next thing is the defendants, the former ministers of the former officials of government cannot stand trial. Why? Under the due process clause that we have in fact, our cases like the Wallow versus Wallow, the landmark case on due process, before you are convicted, you have the right to question the witnesses, to produce evidence in your favor in order to exonerate yourself. These officials are prohibited by law not to defend themselves.
In this life, when things don't happen to you, when you hear your friend crying, you will not understand. But if anybody has fought a good fight for Joe Parker to become president, I want my hand up. Deep down inside him, he knows what I did for him. But I will bring the evidence for you to see. Today, Joe Parker, you make people to laugh at me. You make people to laugh at me. God will laugh at you. Your comment will be strangulated. Calamity not can you. The Bible said, touch not my anointed, and to my prophet no harm. And to my prophet no harm. If I ever wrong you, Joe Parker, then they call me. That call me you to become president. You will live that in peace. You see your children, they can get all the money in the world. They can get all the money in the world. They will go, you not get my money. I will not find you, you president. But the world will hear my voice. When you came in, the world will know that you came in. Joseph Parker, I say, I not raise money for you. I say, I not look for money for you to succeed today to become president. I pray for you for 6 years. People on the Facebook, they know the story. I gave you my heart and money. I gave you my... This party are coming for you. 2 years I kept quiet. 2 years I said I will not talk. You supposed to get people a job, and I want job, and I want work in the government. But the money why I support you, Joseph Parker, you say you can't give it to me. My children, I lose my mortgage in America. Hey, my people, my story is sorry for. My story is sorry for with Joseph Parker. I say I'm going through some things, but people not know what I'm going through. They call me what I bring to power. So, you know how many times I slept in the rain because of you? Do you know how many times I slept in the rain because of you? I spent my money because of you. People were giving money. I will carry to Joseph Parker. I say, how much the person gave you? They gave me. The person will say, I gave them a month. I say, Daddy, how many in your hand? He will say that. I say, tell the person, thank you. Fuck that. And I take from there. Because I wanted the old man to succeed. The moment the old man become president of Liberia, so we are concretely here picking enemy to Joe Parker. Let's tell you also Joe Parker went to my house in Province. If I lack, why my Western saying can't answer here? Joe Parker walked downstairs with 75,000 United States dollars. Let's tell you also Joe Parker went to my house in Province. If I lack, why my Western saying can't answer here? Joe Parker walked downstairs with 75,000 United States dollars. Let's tell you also Joe Parker went to my house in Province. If I lack, why my Western saying can't answer here? Joe Parker walked downstairs with 75,000 United States dollars. Let's tell you also Joe Parker went to my house in Province. If I lack, why my Western saying can't answer here? Joe Parker walked downstairs with 75,000 United States dollars. Today, Joe Parker, you president. I get too much good, you know what I'm going through?
You get your criminal, you get your new criminal that you're supporting. You get your new criminal that you're supporting, ACA, and now your new criminal that Joseph Parker. And I will never sit down and support things that will destroy that country. Like I always tell you, you get your criminal, you get your new criminal that you're supporting. You get your new criminal that you're supporting, ACA, and now your new criminal that Joseph Parker. And I will never sit down and support things that will destroy that country. Like I always tell you, get your criminal, you get your new criminal that you're supporting. You get your new criminal that you're supporting, ACA, and now your new criminal that Joseph Parker. And I will never sit down and support things that will destroy that country. Like I always tell you, I love the country, but everybody else. But sometimes people can be this when people, when you love, they not recognize the love you get for them, start doing nonsense. And me tell you, Joseph Boga, an old man. If you understand about con artists in the criminal world, when an old man is in criminal world, he can succeed because his old age can oppress people. His old age, when he show fair with his old age, any jump can believe in him. If you know criminal world, when the old man is in a criminal world, he quick to be accepted. And at the risks we have in here, and the kind of man we get here, the old man we get, and the old man like Joseph Boga. Joseph Boga is a role. I'm not going to hide it from you. He's a role when we explain about a criminal activity.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or certain condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Wea, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
God Almighty, the creator and sustainer of the universe, the God who keeps watch over us day and night, set us into every day, lay hands protectively on us. We are grateful to that God, the Almighty God. He is good, He is faithful, He is loving. What a God He is. It's another day, people. We thank Him and thank all of you great people for coming on. Yes, we appreciate all of you great people. It's another day, great day in Liberia, the reign of Judo Christopher. Before we get started, but let's move through. Let's see those of you who have come on, who are following. We thank you ever so much for putting in your time, energy, and resources. Ambassador Walter Morgan Jr., CDC regular intellectual militant, Renin Bo, District 11, Batnersville, the district of the regime speaker. We expect that place to be turned into a mini heaven or a semi-heaven, whatever, because you got the millionaire, the multi-millionaire in the regime speaker. We expect Batnersville or District 11 to be far ahead of any district in this country.
Matilda Stevens, good to have you on. Hope that you are faring well. Old man Momo, you are on. My dear Southeastern sister, Dwight, you are on. Good. I enjoy the shift. I like that. It keeps you informed from one end to another. Thank you so much. I was following you as you were following. I'd see you for days. Hope that you are very well, my dear Southeastern sister, Dwight. Anyway, I saw that. I saw it, and I like that public dance. That show you got to make yourself feel good. Where was that, Dwight? You were, that was good. I like that short dance in the open. You have to make yourself feel good. You owe it to nobody other than yourself. If you can make yourself feel good, well, then that's it. My dear sister knows how to make the most of life. LG, what is the LGS? Say life is good. Yeah. So she knows how to make life good, the most of it. Good to have you on from Minnesota. Duarte, Kuku Pei, Ambassador Smith. You are on from Peace Island, Sidiki Traore, Ibrahim Kurman, Iron Factory. Your residence, Estelle Gipley. You are on Asata Miller from Red Light, Elizabeth Thomas, Congo Town, Titus Gipley, Township of Broadville, Ansu Famula, Broad and Randa Streets, Agatha Glasgow from the Common Citizen, Common Citizen area. Okay. Bapin Paul Lee, Johnsonville, Stephen Yakari, District 2, Lower Magibi County, Spencer Mohammed, Willie T. Sadie, Police Academy. Yes, hold on to that number. Ezekiel Johnson, Chicken Soup Factory, Andrew T. Namwe Township of Caldwell, Vinicius Bar, Nukutan, Claude de Port, as it is called, Ibrahim Abdullah, that's Masare, Gasumu Ibrahim Abdullah, JJY Community. Okay, Dwight, it is the, okay, yes. Wasn't that retentive of it? Yeah, I saw that Bahamas. My dear sister, Dwight, I saw that, how to call this a good rendition. Dwight, that's great. Sylvester Kumar, you are on. Patience Wisner, Lynch Street, Morovia, Usma Sal, from your business center, Gala Street, Joan Momolu, your business center also, Gala Street, behind the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. And the chairman himself has just come on. Yes, the chairman himself, the birthday man, September 23rd, the common citizen, the man who shares almost all of the characteristics of his lawyer, committed, standard bearer, George Wea, Romancio Latupan, Kennebo Orico for short. You are on. Jackson C. Pony, Iron Factory, Block C, member of Block 13 Intellectual Center. Good to have all of you guys on, great people. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Let's see what we have on our plate. But before then, a reminder of the King Support Basket. We've got a lot more to do. We are doing a lot more, and we need you. We need your help financially. We are making significant strides. You'll get a full breakdown in the soonest of time, but we are doing a lot more. The leadership of A.B. Williams is expanding practically. So we appeal to you as a reminder to keep dropping in the box. The basket is deep and wide. It takes as much as it can really fill. So as you drop, it's just like a sea. You don't how many miles or feet you'll take to reach deep sea. That's how the basket is. It's so deep and wide. The numbers you are familiar with, you have it in your diaries. 0555 885 885, 0777 017 885. Those are the numbers. 0555 885 885, 0777 885. Those of you in Liberia, your number is 0777 017 885. Those out of Liberia, 0555 885 885. We appeal to you. Thank you for what you have done. Firstly, you've done so much. We can help but thank God for what you have done, how good you are, and continue to be good. Your generosity is noted. Hopefully by next week, which will be the last Thursday, we are moving with the second fundraiser. We have a targeted amount, but that's what we'll be doing next Thursday, if God permits. That will be on next Thursday. Be having the fundraiser on the 3 shows. Israel, let's talk about it. Israel, let's talk about it. St. Andrew's Real Talk. A.B. will face the issues. So you can face the basket by dropping. You can go rear by dropping. You can talk about the basket by dropping. Yeah, so please, in the fullness of time, the boss himself, AB, will give you people a full breakdown of what you have done, how you're being of great help, and then you will know and say, okay, but then we can do more. Some of you will even suggest ideas on how you can help AB to expand the idea, because you are so good, you're so great. Some of you have great contacts and other things then, so we appreciate it. So just get ready for us on next week, Thursday. The fundraiser will start in the morning, it continues in the afternoon and in the night. Then we take a break. But so much is being done behind the scene. Thank you. So I'm here. You can see them. I'm here with my 2 interns from one of the leading school of journalism in Liberia. They behind the scene. It is our responsibility to help tutor them. These are future journalists. When we are off the microphone, they are the ones who will be sitting. Life is all about mentoring people and leaving legacy. So they are in the background. You can see them, but they are working. They are the ones who give me in paper on days, doing that, all those things. So they are Katrina Alamandin, and Dadio. Dadio. Yes, Louis, Dadie, and Karina Alamandin. They are the 2 interns in the background. All right. So time is of the essence. Let's get started with what we've got on our plate. Let's start with the trending, the topical issue in Liberia right now. The government failed task, scored 0 in it, got F, was bullied, turned it over to a certain group of people who took advantage of it. And today, there is still no solution whatsoever. So pathetic. They say no to drugs, not the drug that is killing people and how it is killing that I'm about to talk about. No, neither am I going to be repetitive, because AB discussed this at length. And Israel this morning expanded on that, which was good, given the nature of it. But I thought to tread the same path, but not the mass death and the government's inability, because the government has failed, but the bully. That's what I thought to talk about, the bully. Few women bully very many of the people in this country who claim to be educated, who claim that they are wise. Few women bully to gain. Bully is an act or creative way of using people to accomplish your aim. You sell the idea professionally, creatively, innovatively, but you have a sinister motive. But the way you will present your idea, people would have no time of going behind it to do a background check. They will buy it immediately because they will see it as a palatable dish. So they will immediately buy it and then begin to sell it to others, and the number start swelling. That's what those women did. The initiative was presented as only for a day to call the government's attention. That's what they said, to call the government's attention, given the severity, given how that demographic, the young people, young boys, young girls, were going under the ground from drugs. So the government who declared it national emergency with its readiness, they thought to call the government's attention. Not bad at all. But only to realize that a certain group of women with the caption, "Say no to drugs," had an ulterior, covert motive to gain at the expense, at the exploit of hundreds of people. When we told you that the occasion, that August 7 march, was a fun fair, it was nothing about those women truly being serious about drug, but that they were looking for attention and opportunity. Fortunately for them, they got it. Using very many of the people who claim to be educated, they were bullied. You saw the stage, drug killing people, anything that has to do with death. It has got absolutely nothing to do with entertainment. You can never bring entertainment close to it. You can never, it is not associated with laughter. It is a serious thing, epidemic. People are dying on a daily basis. Citizens are going. You claim to be concerned, and then you stage a march. On the day, artists were called to perform. People were called to do different things. And we told you people that it was nothing serious. Those women were only looking for attention politically. And so they were using that means, having gotten the attention of certain people within and out. You people disregarded us, refused to listen to wisdom. Now, last night, AB told you people exactly. It has shifted from movement, which the entire country knew about, how the country saw it, movement, meaning just for that day, and it was left. That is why they presented their petition to the government, which is the tradition. A movement is any idea driven by action for 2 or 3 hours or a day, presented to the government, and then the marchers or protesters or demonstrators move back to their respective places and wait for the government's feedback. This one took on another turn. What did you see? Today, it is NGO. Now, they claim, and we highlighted that, they claim to have had confusion within the leadership. They have reconciled. I should report to you. Sonin Colley and Rosalind Giddings, they have reconciled. Many Sony now, because concessions or promises were made to Sony. The NGO is in full effect. So Sony, one of the founding members in that syndicate, cannot stay out. The logic is, if Sony continues to stay out, Sony has so much idea. Sony will continue writing as she writes very well. She will expose us a lot, and we will not get NGOs' attention. We will not get money from international NGOs. So let's bring Sony back. Let's appeal to her. Let's beg her. Let's waive everything our right. Raise no technical issue. Persuade her to see reason to coming back. Sonny Colley is back after writing episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and other damaging articles which people downloaded or have in their phones, because she can't retract anything, everything there, people have them. Sonny has given in. Why that is good, as per their setup, but all of you people who were condemning, who saw us as liars, all of you people, pastors, who should have that discernment, look behind things, all of you people who were screaming all over the place, say no to drugs, abusing and insulting us, who were trying to put wisdom across so that you will see and know exactly, because we knew that we were going to arrive at this day, and you have refused to listen, you condemn us. We accept the condemnation, the vilification whatsoever. Yeah, it now. There's those few women, they bully you people who call yourselves educated people. It is that bully that I taught to share with you. They bully you, meaning they use you to accomplish their aim. It is wrong to take a movement of such nature into an NGO. Now, these women going to solicit thousands of dollars. NGOs already, they are waiting to pump in money, which will be a usurpation of the function of the LDEA. You cannot have two movements. The LDEA is constitutional. It is a government institution responsible for such. You cannot have a women group called Say No to Drug as an established institution to tackle drugs. No sound government will allow that. The first thing they will tell those people, fine, thank you, your initiative, fine, you got good thinking, but it is our responsibility. We want to thank you for what you did on August 2nd. We appreciate everything. We look forward to cooperating with you along the way in whatever the venture. But this responsibility is the government's responsibility. On the other hand, if the government allows this NGO to exist, the government will be saying that it does not have the ability, it is weak enough, so it pushes that responsibility to a group of women to rid the country of drugs. Because they support that international NGOs will plan to give to LDEA, they will direct it to the new organization, the new NGO, the new drug fighting organization, the new government auxiliary. So we have two groups responsible now. We have the LDEA, then you have Say No to Drugs, headed by Rosalind Giddings and Sonny Colley. Sonny Colley is within the government. Sonny Colley is a Unity Party woman. Sonny Colley has the support. She works at the Moravia City Corporation. She has one of the departments there. So it's easy. I don't know Rosalind Giddings' contact, but I'm sure she has contacts with top government officials and other people. I'm telling you why DEA will not get the kind of support. Already, scores of DEA's officers came out to say that they are underpaid. They are receiving peanuts, money not forthcoming. They can hardly take pay. Then the government sits and allow women group to take on the responsibility of the government function. Imagine that. You know what that would mean? The women were creative and they stay creative, but not creative in a positive sense. That's what they call cunning. When anybody tell you that you are cunning, you are creatively cunning, they're telling you that your intent is devilish. The devil only wants to gain at the detriment of people. So Sonny Colley and Amanda Giddings or Rosalind Giddings and the other people, they profited at the detriment of the rest of the people who were just shouters and screamers and energized walkouts, walk from one end to another. Under no condition, those women will not have the support. They will. I didn't know. I heard AB last night talking about the article of incorporation. Less than no time. Can you imagine? Less than no time the women received the article of incorporation, the business registry, everything just went fast, just like rapture. In a twinkling of an eye, they got everything. What that tells you, that they're going to have the support that they want. LDEA will stay to be a government institution for the name Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency and be making announcements all over the place. The Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency has arrested 25 kilograms of marijuana worth $250,000. The suspect has been arraigned at the Monrovia City Police awaiting court trial to be forwarded to court because that's the template, that the usual announcement. They'll be making announcement why Sonny Colley and Amanda Rosalind Giddings getting rich, NGOs going there. Why were a government? Why were a responsible government? No responsible government can allow that. You can have a subset of the LDEA. That is wrong. The government, sound government, serious government will look in the face of those women and say, as much as we recognize you, as much as you did the needful on August 7th, we appreciate everything, but please, this is government's responsibility. Leave it with us. It is our responsibility. It is our constitutional responsibility. You cannot have parallel institutions. People can make interventions. And that's what DEA advised. All of us, every community is infested with drugs, one way or the other. Bad drugs people, the traders, the smugglers, the users, everybody in every community. The government cannot be everywhere, but the people can coordinate with the government. And the government can put a strategy in place to move in. Assume there is a hostile or drug-infested community. And the community wants intervention. Assume they turn not to FDAA, but the new NGO responsible to rid the country of drug. They call Say No to Drug. What does Say No to Drug have? What can they do? What capacity they have? You have to look at all of these factors. You have to be careful. You have to guard against obsession, especially irrational obsession, because there are obsessions that are positive. This one is an irrational obsession. You obsess because, oh yeah, women came out. You wanted to do this, you wanted to do that. Say no to drug, everybody all over the place. But what are you doing to the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency? So what are they coming to do now? Nothing extra, but just to be talking, having workshop on drugs, sending proposals to NGO. NGO gave 5,000. The same proposal on the side that NGO gave 3,500. That's what you will be seeing. It will just be an intellectual exercise. That's all. They will not be practical. They will not go in any community. They will not do anything beyond what DEA is capable of doing. They will just be calling people, you know, we have this NGO now. We need to carry out awareness in this place. So we beg you, please speak to your boss. We have our proposal in your place there. Please fast track that proposal for us. Let's get that money and start going around talking about the effect of drugs. Just like that, in no time that money is approved. On the other side, they receive 5,000. That's how people get rich in this country from NGO, these small ideas. The women were successful in bullying. They were professional, meaning they used their creativity. You see what's happening now? Now, one of the men of God who was in the march also, Gadier Johnson, head pastor of Restoration Baptist Church, he initiated the reconciliation between Sonin Colley and Rosalind Giddings. So they are back on base. Here is the other side to this thing. The women collected money. They solicited money, even though they portray it like the money came from their pocket. But nobody, even the unborn child, can believe that. Assume that they solicited money. Apart from the meager resources they had, people pump in money, inside, outside. We know that for a fact because less than no time, everybody, look at the thousands of people that came out. Everybody was in t-shirt, called a black print. Where the money coming from? Where the money came from? Somebody gave them money. It was not, the money didn't drop from the sky. They have to give account. Those women, Sonin Colley and her boss lady, Rosalind Giddings, they will have to give account. They've been behind other groups here when they stage protests. We want to know. Then they will come up with figures. They will be giving a breakdown. 4 sacks of water. This sack of water, it costs this. Bottle water. We heard it, you women. So it is your turn now. It dropped on your lap. You people will have to give account. If you can't give account of the money that you collected for that August 7th protest, you should not open your mouths to any man in this country on anything about corruption, because that is corruption that is creatively broad-day stealing by you women. You people will have to give expenditure. Let the country know. Your pressure other people, your pressure the men in this place. We know. You go on Facebook, you're writing. You want men to give. Oh, June 7th, do day. Everything. When you're writing and you're talking, you know that people monitoring you. So that your turn now. You give that money. You give the expenditure. Let us know how you solicited money. If church gave you money, if pastor gave you money, if NGO gave you money, if government gave you money, whoever, together with what you people had that came from your pocket, let us know. If not, you consider yourselves criminals. Whether you like it or not, you will have to give your account. If you can't give your account because the act is criminal, you can tell us that every dime you use for saying no to drugs campaign came from your pocket. You save your character. You save your reputation. You people are women. You always claim that you people are so holy in everything. Now here is a litmus test for you against you people. You will have to say, we're waiting. Every day we'll remind you. Every day, if you can give account of that August 7 protest money, you just consider yourselves criminals. Nobody will respect you. Even NGO get your money. There's nothing you will do in this country that people will get your attention. You go to communities, say you're going to have drug awareness, and you will not be surprised when the people boo you out of that place. You can only save your reputation right now by giving a full account. That what led to the confusion or the misunderstanding between you people, and Sonin Colley had to leave We know that it was on money business, the information all over the open secret. Everybody knows that money business. So you can say nobody lying on you. You come out and explain how you solicited the money, how much you solicited, how you expended the money. We saw artists over there. Artists don't perform pro bono. Artists don't render pro bono service. You pay artists to perform. We saw other things that go with money. You pay those people because you're using their talents. You people are NGO now. International NGOs will get up money because government people now, instead of, you're listening, you know what's going to happen? Government officials will be directing NGOs, telling NGOs why they should support say no to drugs campaign or say no to drugs. Instead of advocating for the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, the entity responsible for that, government officials will be talking to NGOs. They will be telling some of their friends in NGO organizations that they should support the women's group, they should support this, they should support that, and you will see those NGOs will accept, they will pump money into that thing. You're going to see, and more confusion will come from it. Money will be going there, anything establishing it, but my main concern here is they bully all of you people who claim to be educated. People bully you, they use you as surrogates to accomplish their aim and the date. They bully you. What you can say now? All of you thought it was just march on the Capitol, August 7th march on the Capitol. So you see, the people had this thing in mind long since. Listening to AB last night, he said the 6th. So it means the people were preparing to turn that whole thing into NGO, but they needed to go with some kind of political publicity to catch the people, because if they just came up, a few people, and say, we're forming this NGO, say no to just be doing that, they would not have gotten the recognition. So they turned it into a march creatively, and it worked for them. Thousands of people came out. Then legislators too, they added spies to aid. Edwin Snow took ECOWAS people, carried them to Central Street, where scores of young boys and girls are feeding on drugs. He stayed in that Senate for almost 20 years. Those children being over there for more than 20 years. One day he never went there to see them. Those people came from ECOWAS and other places, said they're going there. So the women and said, good, you see that we can capitalize. So the publicity went far and wide. And how many of you know that publicity convinces people, publicity gets people joining in? Publicity is very significant. The media is so powerful in getting people to doing, in getting people not to doing. In Europe, the people never play fun with the media. They take advantage of it. They use the media to accomplish their aims. That publicity went far and wide, saying no to drugs. Today, who profited and who still profiting? Rosalind Giddings, Sonin Colley, and the rest of the people. They are the ones who are profiting. You're going to see those ladies and some of the best models of cars. You're going to see them riding 35,000, 40,000 cars. Cars that they were not riding prior to August 7th march. You will now see them inside. And some of you will stand and just be looking at them. Some of you will even ask them for money, and they will walk off your presence. When you see that happening, you know what they will be telling you? We only use you as surrogate because of your ignorance. We are the bosses. Now, if you want money, you fall to us. Just like Lazarus will fall at the table of the rich man to feed on his crumbs. The women bully you. You sit down. And you say you can think critically in this country. And you say when somebody is putting wisdom to the floor, you say the person is stupid. And you see it. and they turn it into an NGO. So we have two parallel institutions on drug in this country. Say no to drugs and LDEA. So alternatively, you can call. When there is a problem, you either call LDEA. If you can't get to LDEA, you call say no to drugs. You will soon hear Amanda and Rosalie emergency line. I'm telling you, you will see those ladies, their cars will start coming. You will soon see them moving with security. Police people will be manning them. The support that DEA can get, that what will be going to those women. You know, women powerful. Check from Genesis. You see it. Oh, yeah, you see it. Women powerful. They both show the first one. So that's it. Yeah, that's it. That will take us to take us out of Liberia briefly. I want to share something with you. Don't be surprised if the government here comes out with that. Let me share with you something that the Nigerian government has decided to do. I thought to share this with you because this government is taking people by surprise, and you have to be on the alert. They are talking about techno monetization, so don't be surprised if you hear this one. This is what is unfolding in Nigeria. The government there has blocked about 13.5 million social media accounts. What reason? For sharing offensive content online, and they said breaching the 2024 Code of Practice. The authorities said the crackdown spanned across major platforms that includes TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter, with about 59 million pieces of harmful content taken down. The officials in Nigeria say the move is part of tighter oversight of the country's rapidly growing digital space, arguing that while social media fuels communication and commerce, it also poses great risks such as misinformation, cyberbullying, fraud, and exploitation. Just thought to share this with you so that you will be on the alert. If your government here came out and say they're doing this, they're bringing this down, they're regulating this way, should not take you by surprise. We do the best we can at Kings at the 8.5 to help you out, put you on your guard, keep you informed. That will take us to the headache President Joseph Boakai is having right now as we speak. The president is having a serious headache, serious headache. It's not easy. It takes a government employee who is well grounded by principle and finance to do that. A person who is looking for it will compromise his or her integrity to stay on, and then if something happens, all of them are affected. I'm talking about Helena M.D. Knuckles. I think she's from the Knuckles family or married to Knuckles. Former Deputy Director for Administration at the Liberia Airport Authority. The president, Joseph Boakai, is having a serious headache. He's having a serious headache. He was caught unaware. He just didn't like what happened. He's trying the best he can to get Helena to rescind her decision. And he will squash the resignation, meaning it will be announced that the president has rejected. But the lady is stiff-necked. The lady is stiff-necked on her decision not to return to the airport authority, given the toxic and threatening atmosphere. The president is thinking how he and his officials are working around it. They have spoken to this woman, and there's another meeting this weekend. They're trying to convince her to stay on. The president has been briefed about the whole situation that led to her resignation, how it is at the airport, what is unfolding there. Don't be surprised. King's FM is saying again, so you can say, or you'll say, oh, the people lying. Don't be surprised if you hear some swift change or changes at the Liberia Airport Authority. The woman left because of 1, corruption, 2, toxic environment, 3, threatening remarks of all kinds. What did Eugene Fagon say? And he said, when you Unity Party person, they will do everything to get you out, but his situation is different. This woman is a die-hard supporter of Unity Party, but she's just principle-minded. And she's not the type that was campaigning simply because she wanted a position. No, she had been a grounded Unity Party supporter for rack of ages. One of those who very close to Boakai, one of Boakai's daughters politically. When was she appointed? 2024. When she resigned? 2025, August 15. It was on Friday. She said shortly, he said, dear His Excellency Joseph Yema Boakai Sr., please accept this letter as formal notice of my resignation from my position as Deputy Managing Director for Administration at the Liberia Airport Authority, effective September 15, 2025. I have thoroughly enjoyed working here and appreciate all the opportunities you have given me. I'm committed to assisting with the transition in any way I can. It is not easy. The Airport Authority is one of those agencies under Unity Party-led government that is facing allegations of corruption of all kinds, poor leadership, and operational mismanagement. There are reports of security lapses, several security lapses at that airport. The airport is so vulnerable that anybody can bully. Even terrorists can come through and do anything. These drugs that you hear, people are dying of it. They are passing through the seaport, the airport, the border ports, all of the ports, because they are porous. Not only are they porous or vulnerable, the guys who are manning these places are just susceptible to bribes. They gave in to just any dollars they can see. That's the headache the current president or Joseph Iman Boakai and Unity Party they're having now. There's serious discussion ongoing. They're begging the woman to rescind her decision or that the president should reject her resignation. But she's not a hungry type. She's not a hungry type. No. She is well-to-do. She's one of those who have financing poor guys during the campaign. She's not somebody that was lacking. So taking a decision to leave the airport authority was nothing for her. There are others who can live without government job. So whatever the situation, even if they are threatened, they will still manage to stay on the job because there is no plan B, or they just went in by opportunity. But this woman isn't like that. She is a woman of substance, woman of worth, woman of principle. You know what it means to be at that airport in the position of deputy for administration, the person who manages, who runs the day-to-day affairs of that lucrative area, money generating area, money making. Airport authority, you there for 3, 4, 5 months, forget it. In less than 3 months, you can build your first house. In 4 months, you can build a large one. In less than a year, you can finish with a castle. Oh yes, the airport. For a person to look at that lucrative place, about 80 to 85% of the people that work at the airport, when I'm talking about the people in top positions, they are well-to-do. They got nothing to lose. Every one of them have their house or houses. You go in, some of them, yeah, you see 3, 4, 5 cars. Some of them, yeah, is you have to get in keke and drive about 5, 6, 7 minutes before you can even reach the house itself. Check the highway and other places around. Most of the houses there are owned by people who working at the airport. That is a lucrative area. Lucrative. It takes a person who is grounded by principle and finance to leave deputy for administration. The person who playing with all of the records. So that's the problem. That's what we've gotten from the corridors of the executive mansion. It's not easy on Mr. President. They think that they say Wea was not suspending and sacking people. Fortunately for this one, I say fortunate because they claim to know, or I can't say unfortunate. So yeah, they are. People are leaving the government. We are not close to 2029 yet. We're getting close. Charles is a funny guy. So you see, people will make fun of this thing. Charles say he has formed his group to called Media Against Drugs. Oh God, yeah. I think we have to find our own too. That my man Israel Kanzo will boy. We have to organize that. Yes. And you see what I'm telling you? Yes. my man Charlie just notified me. He said he had formed an organization to call Media Against Drugs. And the man put it on the main page. But the thing at NGO now. And once you reach this point, listen, whether you're like it or not, those of you people, whoa, these women will get rich at your own expense. The women bully you, they use you, they exploited you. They relax in the hustle. Watch it. You coming to see how their lives will move, just like using boat on the track. Fast. So we form our NGO. Those of all of you who are listening and watching me, you'll find your NGO now. You start putting your names together. Charles Yes already established his. You know why? What Charles Yes is simply saying, and other people are saying, is what I am telling you. They know what NGO is in this country, how NGO is supported by international NGOs, especially when that local NGO has the attention of the government or government officials. Oh, yeah. They are helping me to tell you, to make you to know that these women, that money-making thing, from movement, from advocacy to full organization now, taking on the responsibility of DEA, usurping the function of DEA. Your DEA, you're sitting there. And you say, your mumu, you're sitting there. Another one will come again. The support that should be going to you, you will see. You will sit down. And your people crying, your officers crying, say, no money. You people have not taken pay now, no, for how many months? You got the money now, you're taking it small. And yesterday, you people, security people, and all you people were protesting. Oh, there we are go, there we are go. Today, and you're complaining that you guys are underpaid. No money coming. Things not right. Media against drugs. Yeah, you form your own organization. Journalist Charles Yes has formed his organization too, called Media Against Drugs. Mad. Mad for sure. Oh God, the country is very interesting. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Those are the 3 pointers I thought to share with you. Let's read some of your comments, and then we get to the line. Then we talk something again. I told you, every day. 2029 is not far. If you think 2029 is far, you are living with illusion. It will mean nothing to you. No. And you'll be right if you think it's still far. Because the technical mind, you don't have it. We who have that technical mind, we know that we are getting close. And the government knows that we're getting close. And no one has the responsibility to prove. No one got the burden but the government. And the government has not enough time in its favor. No, the government, Unity Party, does not have enough time in its favor. Nobody should live with that understanding that Unity Party has enough time. No. Unity Party does not have enough time. Next year, the National Elections Commission will start getting prepared for 2029. I know it. We have seen elections in this country. Martin Luther King said, one of the reasons that God has allowed me to live in this country, in this period, is to see what is unfolding in history and help the future. So you gain experience and you live with that experience and you see that experience repeating itself. 2026, 2026, what you have? 2026, 2027, 2028. 2029 is the election year. They will tell you 2029 is far. Technically, it's not far. They're not true. This year is what? 2025. Next year will be 2026. After 2026, you have 2027, 2028. After 2028 is what? Just do your technical reasoning. What can the government do between 2026 and 2027? 2028, everything campaign all over the place. 2029, balloting. When we tell you that we're getting close, they will tell you we're not getting close. That's how the devil operates. He makes you to feel that it is still far, but God makes you to know that it is near. Reason it out. Technically, you will see. This is 2025. Next year will be 2026. How long it takes for 12 months to pass? Less than no time. 12 months over. Where are we? 2027. What you will be hearing from? Which institution you will be hearing from? The National Elections Commission. Hold on to that. We'll close on that every day. I'll have something to tell you about that. We started with opposition synergy. Yesterday, we talked about opposition vocal. The opposition has to speak out. It has to come out strong. It has to maintain a sustained checkmating. Today, we have another. Until then, let's get to you to have your say on these three topics or pointers, rather. And then we talk that, and we are out for today. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 98 03 75 are the numbers to have your say. If you got your NGO, please let us know. You know, easy. Those ladies, they are very creative. Very, very creative. Hello.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
there's a witness for you.
Sabato.
Yes.
Let's hear you, Sabato.
I have favor in you. I have favor in you. Three of you. Can't cost so much. Anyone will put it on the rack. You bring it out. The moment I'm on yourself, but God will put it out. I listen to AB last night. The same thing you say that ABC here. I know how you tell the this. Thank you so much. I give you the blessing from God.
Amen.
I pray for you always. And myself, I have 58 years now. I want to pray for that 2029. I want to pray for it. To see the lion and the good man. Thank you so much. Let God bless you.
Amen. Thank you, Sabato.
I pray for you every day and night. In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you, Sabato.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the women's line. Let's see. Hello.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yes, Andrew, how you doing, Papa?
I'm doing good. Thank God Almighty. And you?
Fine. This is Mary from Safety.
Let's hear you, Mama Mary.
Andrew, we got Bonnie Center Trust Association too. We quite strong.
So that your NGO too?
Yeah, Bonnie Center Women Association to fight drugs in Liberia.
Okay. All right.
That's all I want to say. Because Andrew, you told them. You know, anytime you're teaching, we listen to you, and anything you're saying, it can come to pass. Then why do people still don't want to listen? It's still stubborn. So we always find what NGO too.
All right, Mama. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, oh, you went off. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Mr. Andrew, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I come from Kokono, down Coast Hill, Winter Community. Mr. Andrew, thank you very much. Mr. Andrew, you know why the fight against President Wea was unprecedented? Those guys out today use all the NGO network to attack President Wea, thinking that with power, NGO will come. Today, NGO is not coming. So what they are doing now, all the drug thing now, they want to turn it into organization. Don't be surprised tomorrow to hear Joe Guy Foundation for Drugs. Don't be surprised. These guys have gone out of ideas. They have no ideas. They lied yesterday. They lie have culture with them. That's why they are doing what they are doing. Well, Andrew, the country is going down. See how they treated the guys today. See how they treated the children today. I think great. That's complete police brutality. Our country is cracking and going down by the day. Thank you, Mr. Andrew, for always giving us the opportunity to make our voice on national issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for calling. Have a nice Thursday. Hello.
Hello, Ocean.
Yes, hello.
I'm looking from Tantra West Point.
Let's hear you.
Say how can look for my neighbor to look green flower to see. Let me will go look for job. What I said in job. Then I will go sell job. Let me will go look for job people. I got what to do. What can that's for our country? None of the people what can and none of the people they go. The minister they won't care. When they come in the whole car will be full. The plane will be full with job.
Okay.
So
All right. Thank you. Hello. Hello. You are on, madam.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Understand you.
Yes.
Whether they drop this in a form of one speed of virtually laying down to say, form a heart to go.
I'm talking about drug. I'm talking about how people dying for drug killing people. I say the women then that say people must go march, they turn it into NGO. They use the people who were marching, so they profiting now. So people forming their organization too to profit.
I come form people together. Yeah.
So
all coming for against it.
So what kind of name you get your NGO?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go. Our president needed.
No, your organization, because you will get money from NGO. The women there who say no to drug campaign together, they now go into NGO, they getting money. So you got to put your own together so the NGO get you money. So you got when you put
the strong women organization now,
strong women organization against drugs.
Yeah. Strong women organization against them.
That's what. All right.
We can children and
thank you. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hear you.
The women that will join there. What they say, they got well funny down there, they put face out of you. They just get behind the people. The person not eat and money drop in it. They'll get these children to pray. That's what I'm going to know it. That why you're coming, why will they drop you around? Yeah? Me after the heart, I do nothing. So when you're ready, I'll go join there.
Oh, but you're not doing that. You're not doing nothing. My best.
Well, I like your say to go quiet.
Yeah, but my best put your organization together.
Okay. I will put the people who can't do nothing. I will put that together. Go for the job.
Yeah. NGO get you money. Yeah.
Why would you see our Saturday? Why would you see our Saturday? Now no go so say not get no respect. Why can make you not be to propose together?
The women that say you're not no bull. So they say everybody must come outside to go mad, drug killing people. When they finish now, then they turn it to NGO. They're getting thousands of dollars.
Okay. The people who get it, why they get blah blah blah. That go join it. Yeah, what they get my hand out, you say?
All right.
You don't have to be in that fact. Well, I just can't do it. So somebody to come for me. You walking with government. They say protect the government. What's it, Isa?
All right, my Bessie.
All right.
All right, Mama. Thank you. Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sir Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm Sinan calling for this before soaking it to be precise SM community. Hello?
You are on the air. When I say hello, it means you're on the air.
Okay. Coming from my organization because soaking United again fighting drugs in soaking before. We have a phone in our organization, so I need of my organization.
What is your organization name? You say?
Soaking United Against Drugs.
Oh, Circling United Against Drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start putting your proposals together. You're sending, yeah?
Okay, we come inside. I don't go conversation. We'll be able to feed up to King's event.
No, don't bring it to. No, don't bring it to us. Don't bring it to us. When you get all your document care to the NGO give you money. That NGO coming to give Rosalind Colley Sonny Colley and Rosalind. Okay, thank you. Hello. Hello. When you get your document, you carry the NGO. Sonny Colley and Rosalind Giddings, yeah. They sending a document to NGO. In fact, NGO will be running behind them because it is government back. Hello.
How are you, Sandra?
I'm great. I'm great. And you?
This is Ennis calling from Right Hills Community, and I'm happy, and God bless. We bless you people. All the education idea you're giving Liberian people. You did it 2023, then Liberian people did not listen to how we go in that day. But the drug issue, say Andrew, the drug we are go now, the drug go. After that drug we are having a drug. So drug stay here.
Yeah, but good question. Good question, the man asked. Very good question. Hello.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for the show. My name is Abraham, my phone from Facebook. Yeah, thank you. This is what I say so that you have to people. When you are talking about the women that were coming up, they were being funded by the government. They were very hard of person than me to believe it. But you know, because we have confidence in you people, because you people are proving beyond all reasonable doubt that you people can stand the test of time, so that we can get holy. So we will not deny it, but some can be doubtful. Yeah. When you're saying that, I will not be a believer. I was noticed that today this woman will be arguing among themselves. Because
so, when
you say before, yeah.
But when you think that Joe were joking when we're talking,
you are speaking like 1%.
He said the people are. He said the people. Yeah, so we told the people you don't show, you don't go. I think that fun fair. Those people they just need to get attention, recognition.
So you know, but I want you are not deep in it, but you are the one that really said it as this was the government funded group that were coming to protest against the government so yes, thank you very much for the show. But now the drugs are all women and they are confused. Even their supporter, one of them is a policeman. He's saying, I'm talking. We were talking yesterday that even going please for the people now. Because all of them are women, they're confused. They are saying that we are gay, and they are saying that they have no fire for it.
No, we have don't bother. We have two NGOs now. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sir Andrew.
Yes.
Good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Bengal County. This is T. Newland Rabo. I do join you from my former bridge resident. Sir Andrew, we don't know what we're heading to. Definitely, we don't know what the Liberian will heading to because we don't understand nothing in Liberia because every day we get public, every day public. So what we have to do? We all the sophisticated people that are keeping power. We all the 45 and 100 years experienced people that are in power today. So that what we voted the people, that want the people voted it, man.
Because every day trouble. When you cancel that problem, when you go through that problem, when you cancel that drugs. Yesterday to let's say community.
My man, I'm not talking about drugs and how many people die. No, I talk about how the women use the people to accomplish their aims. That today they're going into NGO, they're coming to get rich with thousands of dollars.
Thank you.
I don't want people dying. They're not dying.
Andrew, I try to organize my friends and my brothers, my sisters, all to Burma Bridge. We're going to fund our own NGO to get a little thing at least to fight drugs. Because the fact the drugs they need will be Burma Bridge. Burma Bridge go against drugs in Liberia. So because we want to get
wait, my man, take your time. Take your time. Put the NGO together, my man. Take your time. Say it good.
Yeah, I said we're going to organize our own group to be Burma Bridge against drugs in Liberia. Burma Bridge community go against drugs in Liberia. And then we almost about 50%. This coming Sunday we're having our first meeting. And we will come to the organization and the NGO. At least let them get a reform, but the reform will share it. But then we'll fight. We'll make sure that in our community, everybody that did drugs, that got ghettos, and we'll battle them. But then let the organization, let the NGO give us money, so at least to see our best to judge ourselves. Because we'll be sleeping overnight. We will not sleep. But then we will not make noise. We will not.
My man, the people will not recognize you. The people get two groups now responsible for fighting drugs. Say no to drugs and LDEA. Thank you. Hello.
Yes. Good evening, Simanju. And good evening to the people of Lofa County. Well, Simanju, we told these people, Mr. Boaka and his lieutenant, they are chronic criminals. You know, these guys are using all our tactics to exploit the Liberian people. And the Liberian people are not listening. They are still dumb. They are still falling behind these guys, you know, theories. So, Simanju, we're just looking at these Liberian people. This content is called Jaws, stop against Jaws. They were in our capital. You see how the people fool them? Liberian people, Simanju, we are very, you know, I'm very disappointed in the Liberian people, really, as individuals, you know, because yesterday, these guys, the Boaka fool these guys, and so these guys are person, we was bringing jobs within the country, and these guys logically thinking, they said that they agree to these people, and really, Simanju are very disappointing Liberian people, so they are suffering derived from them. Thank you.
Thank you too for calling. Have a nice Thursday. Let's go to the women's line again. Hello. Yeah, Dr. Man Sisi. Good afternoon. Let's hear you. Amen.
Yeah, I put my women together. The district 14 will now go me for against jobs.
Say again. Say. Wait. Take your time. Say again. Say slowly. So for understand it good.
I said, District 14, you renown women, fought against drugs. District 14, renown women, united women against drugs. So I gave my letter. District 14.
Wait, let me see what I get it. District 14, renowned women.
Yeah, renowned women against drugs.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Good one.
Okay, so we'll be there at that place. So we'll fight the judge. No money to get will come in. I'm taking my women. From District 14. But ambassador said, I think what they get at, he said they will clear the road, give way. For the women to pass.
That the man says, I think Labra will be the only country in the world now where the training can say, no small Kegeni draw will be the country. Because the NGO need to plenty against draw.
Even show flag, even show matches, like you not see one draw seat. You will not see one seat on the ground. One matches say you let it. You will not see one seat will get there. So the ambassador coming to gateway. District 14. You now with me again.
Yeah. You're from your NGO.
Coming for what the time when you told us on the radio. They say they want to see the NGO money come and help them to see it. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Manzizi. Hello.
Have a nice day.
All right, you too. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Lloyd D. Johnson, physician by loyalty, and I joined from a poor corner in the social community. Hello.
You on the air, Chief?
Yeah, you know, I can't wait to form my own organization in district number 11.
District 11?
Yeah. What?
You in District 11?
Yeah, district number 11.
That is in a regime speaker district?
Yeah, last message we just
hey, my man, I'm talking about the man. I'm only asking you a question. In a regime speaker district?
Yeah, like regime speaker district.
Yeah, so when you're for NGO against drug, yeah, you'll get it support. I mean, I'm not that millionaire now.
And the name of the NGO is what? United People Organization Against Drug in Dabira.
United People Against Drugs.
United People Organization Against Drugs.
Okay, organization there. That's good.
Yeah,
you want to keep all these organizations, or let it not be radio organization, or calling your radio organization. You're ready now. You keep there.
No, it's not a radio organization.
Okay. Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Hello. You are on the air. Hello.
Good evening, Andrew.
Yes, good evening.
Well, this is the voice of Christian, and I'm Christian. Pray for anybody that brings on the conversation on the headquarters of the Veterans Bureau on the Belgrade Avenue. What we talk on Andrew. These are some of the things that we've been saying to our people, but they don't listen. They believe that the papi, because he served one of Manasali who have a connection, who served this country more than our President George Wea. Say, Andrew, just yesterday there was a death in Nima County. Policing spark and die. Say, Andrew, the drug situation will be.
I'm talking about who died, where people die. I talk about the bully. Meaning how the women use their creative thinking to use all of those people that turn out excited and they got today, they turn it into NGO, they come in to get thousands of dollars. The other people, Israel talk about it exhaustively this morning. Yeah, so I can talk the same thing this morning. All of your call, you said what you needed to have said as per your frustration, hurts, and pain. And so we can be talking about this one thing, the other person died, this side, the other person died. We look at things as journalists from different angles. AB took it from different angle last night. This morning, Israel took it from different angle. They are taking it from different angle, but at the same thing. That's how we work in our profession. So the women now, I say in the women, those few women, they use plenty of people, the thousands of people you saw that they use them to accomplish their aim, the high ulterior or the high-headed motive. But because most of the people were not critical to say, but the people here, they say march on the capital for drugs. No problem. But why are they doing it? How are they going to do it? This thing requires funding. Where are they getting the funding from? How is it going to be? Can we raise issues with them? Nobody had time. And the women too, they were avoiding being critical. I mean, people critical on them. So when they saw pastors too joining, they say, oh, good. Once the men of God and the women of God can join on now, nobody will be critical because we have men of God in our midst, women of God, the people will be afraid. So they were successful in getting all of those people out, which was not bad, but they intend, because all the people who came out, they saw it as a march just on that day. That's why they said August 17, march on the Capitol. Meaning after August 17, everybody going back to their respective places. They carry petition to the government. After August 7, very many of you are surprised hearing that the people turn it into NGO, and international NGOs will be supporting the government, will be supporting them. They will have money flowing in here and there. They're about to receive cars and other things. AB told you last night how the people have not they gotten their business registration document, their article of incorporation, everything. So why you people were screaming, under the ring, shouting here and there, say no to judge, say no to judge, killing our people. They were working under the scene. So by the time everything finished now, AFCA, they're coming to get thousands of dollars now. And they are getting these thousands of dollars at whose expense? Your expense. They use you. They made the fun of you. They brought you outside because they saw no critical thinking in you. So today they are profiting. That's what they call bully. Meaning, because of your inability to think right, your inability to be critical, but not condemning, they use you by their creative thinking. Hello.
Yeah, what can you say, Maju?
Yes, let's go. Your name?
Yeah, and this is the person of Kabu Rasta, 144.4 to be like geographical location, same in Zimbabwe. You got me, Sam?
Yes, Sabu, you on the air.
Thank you, Sam. They were trying to bugger stack and die or bugger die and stack. No, they put it trying to tell your Liberian people that don't be used for small fish. Don't allow women to use it. No, Sam, there are three branches of government. And then who enforces the law? The executive. So instead of the executive enforcing the law, the executive saying no to trust. How can it be that contradiction? You get me, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not talking about Baga Swag and Die or Baga Die and Spark. No, we know that Baga Swag and Die is existing. But what we are saying is Liberians should not be used for small fish. Don't let somebody to follow your armor. Say, how can female deceive you, may? Can you imagine you are created in the image of God and you let woman lying to you, Sam? I mean, like, we're feeling, man. Thank you for the show. Thank you.
Thank you, too. Have a nice Thursday, Sabu Rasta. Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity, Sam. How you doing, my dear brother?
I'm good, though.
This guy, Abraham Jim, and I'm following a serious conversation on a car where they are in my comfortable keke. Hello?
You are on, Chief.
Okay. Let me get this parable of my brother. Before I can go to the talking point, in a manner that we can say, like you don't want like a son proves on that. So I don't know why you don't understand what I'm trying to say. Sam, can you understand, man?
Chief, you want to conclude, eh?
Okay. What I'm trying to say, the job issue that people trying to take it today to be a bagger issue. For my own personal, we have the opportunity to come back to power. It must be the issue of personal, we are right. So if the funding organization for you to be able to tackle jobs and see NGO is not a profit-making organization, right? It will be a person for our culture. Some of will be around a terrorist to support you. Enough financial will support you in other ways. Because we all know that NGO is not a profit-making organization. So if you think that they're trusting, I think, for you to come on the platform to be making fun, that you funding your community organization, your brother and sister inside a while. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Great. Have a nice Thursday, Chief. All right, thank you all. I appreciate every one of you who spice it up. I can't thank you the more about this one. Let's go this way. This person been waiting for long.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm Jala Baba calling for the time I get you in charge of it.
Yeah, Jala, lower your radio. Yes, sir.
Yeah. We had the first meeting, the Sunday, we will be having the second meeting. United KK against just organization.
Oh,
so,
what?
Yeah.
You see how you got it?
31st of August.
Wait now, my man. You're going to talk too fast. What's the name of the NGO?
United KK Men Against KK, against drugs.
Oh, United KK Men Against Drugs.
Against drugs.
All right. Fine NGO. Great one. Yeah, thank you. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Council across country like in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you for the fascinating discussion. You know, Mr. Sam Andrew, my own organization name is the Regular Caller Association and against and drugs.
No.
So all the regular color, it's a nationwide organization.
No. We want our organization there. We want we're talking about practical thing. Practical thing.
Okay.
We want that one.
Yes. The young men of District 2 and association against drugs. That is fine. And an organization name. The young men of
take your time. Take your
association and the fight against drugs.
I mean, I ain't get that thing clear. Take your time to say, but take your time. I mean, you're watching. I'm controlling you.
The young men of District 2 association and against the fight of drugs. That's my organization name. Sam Andrew. See the women. I love their innovation. Just like Buaka use and the drugs as a conduit to counter power. So if you want to get money from them, use the issue of drugs. So those young ladies that come related to the NGO, they are very smart. That's the only way I think they can find a space and earn their living. So it's a very good initiative that they are taking, and I hope that the government will pay attention to them and that they will work and ensure that and the drugs should be eradicated. But it's just a very impossible situation.
Thank you.
These guys started yesterday, criticize everything that we are did.
Thank you, Chief. Let's have this one as the last caller, and then we move on. Hello.
Hello. Good evening. How are you, sir? Sam Andrew?
Yeah, I'm great.
This is Abdul Alhaji Kuma from Grand Cape, my county.
Let's hear you. Abdullah, how is Grand Cape Man County this afternoon?
That they play the drugs can pass, I can't hear. No problem. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that Broad Street for A, eh?
That Broad Street, that the road to go solve you.
But you're saying that order now. Maybe you're saying that order, you see the thing then going on. What you're doing there?
That is why we put our NGO together. Grand Cape Association Against Drugs.
Yeah. In passing, moving. You've been seeing it. You're seeing movement of people. So what you been doing?
Sometimes we can grab them, we'll hand over to them.
Oh, you can catch them and you're handing over to the security people.
To the security people.
So when you're handing over to the security people now, what you can see the security people do to them?
But then when we give it, when I hand over to them, the headquarters is rubber spots. So we can't be in rubber spots.
Oh.
We're on the highway. So when I hand over to them, what they go do there now, we don't know. We get here the what they do now, what they don't do. They can't tell.
Oh. And you're really affecting your own assault.
Seriously.
But you're profiting from A2 now. Maybe you're not profiting from A2. Because I think that a big business, it can make businesses to boom in the area.
No, we don't have that kind of business because it's
a bad business.
It's not good for human being. Not good to human being.
Okay.
So we are trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
We are trying to get rid of it. Actually, the man that lived just spoke in talk the parable in Mano. I don't think if that makes sense. So you think if people then say,
why you say, I can't understand. I'm from Nimba County. I'm from Maryland. So that thing you are talking, I don't understand how the Nimba people understand it, but it seems that you understood what he said. So explain it now.
What did the man say? The man
no, but I can't understand. I know that Gio or Mano or
Mano. The man say he don't know. Maybe why people calling a forming an organization is like we're provoking.
Oh, that's why you were saying in Mano.
Because maybe he get one of the son or two inside. See, he said that we're provoking. We are not provoking. We are not provoking. We are talking reality. You see, because on us. Because if that we want to say affecting, we will not say we're coming from organization You know, everybody say the coming for organization is like we're provoking, which is because we are not, forming organization.
All right. All right. Thank you so
you see
much.
It? So
Yeah,
we're here
you're
now,
right.
by the grace of God, we're standing.
Yeah.
Every time now we grab any one of them, any car that get the drugs, everybody will hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, you help the government. Yeah.
Everybody will hear it. The secondly, what I have to say is we just pray for 2029 camp. By the grace of God.
Yeah.
Let Mr. Wea go there back. That's all.
Yeah. 2029 is close. 2029 next year.
It's close almost.
Yeah.
12 months.
Yeah. Next year the National Elections Commission will start preparing. Thank you.
Christmas.
Thank you, Abby. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Andrew.
Yeah.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
From District 5.
Yeah.
The man who call that he call and provoke him, man, that through the mental key. That provoke he provoke.
You can understand, Mano? Eh? Oh, she gone off. All right. So that's it. Thank you all. Great. Let's have this break when we come back. But before then, let me read some of the comments. Let me not render injustice verdict. Matthew Cholo play right. And those pastors, them too, allow those women to use them. What a big shame on those pastors. Bapping Paul Lee, new NGO, grandma and children say no to drugs. Josephus Mannen said, the airport operations, not easy. I worked at the airport from 1998 up to 2009. Airport workers don't really care about their salary because the operation can be easy there. Yeah, that lucrative area. You walk into an airport, you don't get time. They tell you that even they send you message because the hide is done. When you receive text message, for everything you go to the bank and withdraw. Bro, you ain't get time. It's just that 3, 4, 5 months. Because that small area there, the airport area, that eating area. Tobasi says, Buaka has to regulate police. No, talk about that thing. You follow the discussion, the trend of it. Bapping, fifth Kelvin Bapping, let the woman go. JMB and his government know it all. Yes, Helena, she left, she resigned, but they're talking to her. They want her to come back. Cholople writes again, my organization will be saying no to hardship on a Buaka. But we're talking about drugs now. Yeah, talking about drugs. Ambassador Walter Morgan Jr. said, drug is rampaging in our nation today. It's because of too much bribes and unprotected border entrance. Kukupe says the government gave them the money. But you think the people, you ain't see the police director standing in the crowd, you ain't see the other government officials there so excited. That march, we told you from the beginning. People, oh, you stay away. They both doing this, they both doing that. They say, oh, King 7, that opposition station, money, they are enemy of the state. We say, no problem. And you see it? The next time when you hear march in this country from women, you'll be careful now. You're not joined there. Nobody that I'm so mad with too, those ones who are pastors. Pastors are people who discern. Pastors are philosophical people, meaning they have great depth of reasoning. They're critical. It's not because you have, oh, yeah, we agree, drug killing people. Prior to joining march, what pastor ever stood on his pulpit to preach message, say no to drugs, or drugs is overtaking this country? Nobody. Everybody was prophesying. If these women had not come up, you are never going. Did you hear anything from any pastor prior to these women announcing say no to drugs? You ever hear any pastor? Anyway, sitting, do you know that we have most of the pastors in this country, they are afraid, they are ashamed, they only feed on people's initiative, their efforts. If those women had not come out with this idea of say no to drugs, rally their colleagues, you would not have seen any pastor jumping inside. The only reason you saw them jumping inside the acting, they saw XYZ because these women rally. So they say, oh yeah, drug affecting the population, drug affecting the country, our children affected. But all those times, you know the essence of having platform? Drug usage in the Bible. Some pastors have seen it. Drug usage in the Bible. The same way we're talking drug affected people. God put all of those things in the Bible so that you will see and start to preach it so that they will not come up in a society. The Bible is purely the world's guidance and direction. Ignoring it, you plunge your own culture or society into something, and that's what it is. Pastors who should be preaching on all of these things all of the time, because that's how you nullify, that's how you neutralize. Even if it is coming up, that's how you neutralize it. But everybody prophesying. The women that came out of it, then you see them jumping. After it, not a single pastor preach. It's the preach that same sermon or use that thing as a sermon, say no to drugs. I can take that thing, I can take that idea, say no to drugs. I can explain it from a biblical perspective, and I will show references on drugs and how drugs affected people. Then the people who, they just hung on those women, they feed on the women, that's what they call weekly. Even issues of national concern, you'll see pastor then talking, but only when somebody writes something on Facebook, then they go under the person post. Yeah, something needs to be done. Instead of writing their own article, they don't want to write a full article because they feel that the people will condemn them, or the people will say, oh, you're not there to do that, not that. Their country gets scared, pastors, scared. They shame. They don't want to take initiative. You can't in life be feeding on other people's idea. You crawl into other people's effort. Be creative. Come on, support, actualize your idea. Let the people say, yeah, the pastor's then doing this thing. Let the people say, oh, yeah, this pastor is vocal on XYZ. It will take nothing from you. It will not take your reputation away. It will not stop people from going to your church. It will only mean that God is satisfied with you because you are upholding his principle of instruction. Let's have this break. Then we talk it. We are close to 2029. Every day, we'll remind you, every day, we're close to 2029. We aren't stupid. They think we are stupid. They want us to feel stupid, but we are not stupid. They've been celebrating. They've been celebrating hard these days. Oh, yes, they've been celebrating, but the celebration will not last long. 2029 is getting close. This break, Real Talk, Kings 88.5 for Sam Andrew. Yeah, that's what they want us to do. Want us to think, and that's how they think we are thinking, but we aren't. No, don't allow them to make you think you are stupid. You are not stupid. No, you are. You are not stupid. No way you are. They want you to think you are, but you aren't. Not at all. You are not stupid, and you cannot be stupid. Anyone who thinks you are stupid, it means they are stupid. Stupid simply means insensitivity, means ill reasoning or not reasoning well. Let's get started. Every day is a reminder as we are headed gradually into 20 and 29.
They are drunk with power. That's who they are. They've been confused with the government they're running. The opposition is giving them free ride. We had a speaker. We let him go. We had power. We let go of it. We deserve what they're doing to us. And all they're doing right now is rubbing salt in our the opposition deserves everything that's happening today on the grid. They are drunk with power. That's who they are. They've been confused with the government they're running. The opposition is giving them free ride. We had a speaker. We let him go. We had power. We let go of it. We deserve what they're doing to us. And all they're doing right now is rubbing salt in our. The opposition deserves everything with power. That's who they are. They've been confused with the government they're running. The opposition is giving them free ride. We had a speaker. We let him go. We had power. We let go of it. We deserve what they're doing to us. And all they're doing right now is rubbing salt in our. The opposition. If CDC can give power on or silver platter, unity party is not going to do that. They're going to support their government by any means necessary, and whoever stands in their way, they will move you. Once if CDC can give power on or silver platter, unity party is not going to do that. They're going to support their government by any means necessary, and whoever stands in their way, they will move you. Not doing anything yet. Once if CDC can give power on or silver platter, unity party is not going to do that. They're going to support their government by any means necessary, and whoever stands in their way, they will move you. Once if CDC can give power on or silver platter, unity party is not going to do that. They're going to support their government by any means necessary, and whoever stands in their way, they will move you. That's the unity party for you. That's what they do. That's what they know how to do best.
Democracy is not a spectator sport, nor is it the crowning of any one ruling party. Democracy is the constant exchange of ideas, the clash of visions for the common good. Our opposition parties must be respected, not demonized. They are not the enemy of the state. They are part of the machinery of accountability. A nation where opposition voices are silenced is a nation walking into darkness. Democracy is not a spectator sport, nor is it the crowning of any one ruling party. Democracy is the constant exchange of ideas, the clash of visions for the common good. Our opposition parties must be respected, not demonized. They are not the enemy of the state. They are part of the machinery of accountability. A nation where opposition voices are silenced is a nation walking into darkness.
Let's go home with countering the propaganda vis-a-vis 2029. 2029, not far. It is close. The opposition got much time and enough time in its favor. The government, on the other hand, does not have much time, enough time. The government knows that it has not enough time. By its calculation, it can make nothing significant, do nothing significant in terms of achievements and breakthroughs and developments in the limited space it has. It does not want any distraction, and no institution can keep it on balance but the opposition, because they are aware of the opposition's strength and innovation. They are coming out, which they have been doing from the very first day, with different shenanigans, which are propaganda. Propaganda is just information, but twisted to give oneself the urge and mislead the recipient of that information, or make the recipient to think that the person whom the information is coming from is doing well, and it should be accepted that way. It is more of being subjective. But the reality exposes the propagandist. If you look at the space carefully, Unity Party propaganda is empty. They know that they have done nothing significant, not to show of doing anything significant, hoping that they will have time to do something significant, but the years are not in their favor. They know that we are close to 2029. So they think they can distract the opposition from distracting them, since they have the burden of proof. Day before yesterday, we talked about opposition synergy. Yesterday, we talked opposition vocal. That means speak out. Don't let things pass you by. Individually, collectively, institutionally. When there is a silence within the opposition, it gives room to the ruling establishment to prepare better. When the opposition is speaking out with a sustained critique of the government life, it puts the government in a disadvantaged position, because that is pressure. And when you are under pressure to prove, you don't take time into consideration. You'll be hasting, and that haste will lead you into distortion, and your idea or your plan would not be achieved in time. There is no better time the opposition to counter the ruling establishment propaganda than now. There are several options available to the opposition community. And if they cannot take advantage of it, then we talk as we are talking, but we will not force. No, we're not forced. We'll talk. So four essentials I will share with you, and then we are out encountering the propaganda vis-a-vis 2029 Unity Party ineptitude. One, the plan is to disrupt the opposition. The opposition has every power, ability, influence, force, creativity, innovation, everything to do a counter disruption. I want you to go into the statement released by the CMC. If you are keen enough, look at the bottom of that statement from CMC. Look at the bottom. There is a line. There is a line there that is very, very worth looking at. Please get to that. What I'm talking about, you find it in there. Get to that statement released by the CMC, Citizens Movement for Change, on yesterday, please. The first of 4 ideas that I'm sharing, countering the propaganda vis-a-vis 2029 Unity Party ineptitude, is seen in that statement. I want you to listen carefully. It is found in the 5th paragraph. And the party could not have been any honest than what it presented. That is the reality of an opposition party. Listen carefully. As a movement, we consider talks with Unity Party a direct contradiction to our vision, sacrifices, and aspirations. Now, here is it. Watch it. Our mission is to disrupt. Our mission is to disrupt. Our mission is to disrupt the status quo in which, what is the status quo? The current prevailing atmosphere. Who manages the atmosphere? Who is in control? Unity Party. Who CMC, according to them, established to disrupt? Unity Party. How that is done? Using all available elements. The ruling establishment goal is the same: to disrupt the opposition. And the opposition has to create a counter disruption. The main goal of the opposition in any political setting all around the world, people, is to disrupt the government. To unseat the government simply means to disrupt the government of its plan by coming up with different things, like you saw Unity Party do to CDC. And CDC wasn't cognizant of that. CDC was disrupted by Unity Party propaganda, devilish propaganda. But they succeeded because CDC was not cognizant. They were insensitive to do a counter disruption. So they were relaxed. Oh yeah, it's popular. We are still maintaining this. CDC winning the election. And they were there, sitting, why those people were coming up with different elements of disruptions along the way. At the close of the day, it resonated with the people. CDC was disrupted. CDC was off balance. The propaganda resonated well. We have the same situation. The current government does not want it in no way. CDC and the opposition community have the opportunity to do the same. No government wants to be disrupted by the opposition. That is why every government does not want a strong, formidable, weighty opposition. A ruling establishment is always comfortable with a weak opposition. Once they can have a weakling opposition, they are relaxed. This is the opportune time for the opposition to disrupt. Disrupt simply means bringing out everything that they are doing. Don't remain silent on anything. Expose them. Get them to know that they are in the wrong. Make them to know that they said this and not doing it. Expose everything about them. How that is used or done, we are in the age of technology. If there is any element or medium that is worth using, the most significant disruptive propaganda tool that you can use to weaponize the ruling establishment and get them off is technology, the media. Yesterday, CDC was relaxed. They overlooked the media. They overlooked the media completely. They were relaxed. They had no time. Even their own did not make any sense to them. Today, we see semblance of that repeating itself. Again, we are talking. Years back when we were talking, they did not listen to us. They felt that we were not the kind of journalists that they needed to listen to because we're not this, we're not that. They were very selective. We're talking again. We look at the political indicators. We analyze them and we bring them. We don't want recognition from anybody. We don't want money from anybody. We do what is need for what is right. Again, we are talking. CDC was disrupted by Unity Party propaganda devilishly. They overlooked it. The signs were clear. They were relaxed. CDC and the opposition community this time around has that opportunity to disrupt the current leadership. Have to take advantage of technology, take advantage of the traditional media. Don't go far. Nothing is more powerful in this day and age than technology. Nothing people use to advance the idea, to disrupt any idea, to thwart anything, to promote anything than technology. We are in the age of technology. The world rests on technology. Too many things happen in a twinkling of an eye by and through technology. We are talking again, countering the propaganda vis-a-vis 2029 Unity Party ineptitude. I attached that expression or that phrase there because the current leadership is inept. They've given you the opportunity, the opposition, but you're not taking advantage of it. Their goal is to disrupt you. You heard them. They've created different platforms. They are thinking about expanding. Why? So that you have no time, no space. But you have time, you have space, you have everything in your favor, but you are not using it. The second point in power, alternative narratives. You want to start promoting positive messages about yourself as opposition. Yes. You want to come out, not only checkmating the government, but making the people to know what you are doing, how capable you are, how ready you are, coming up with messages of different kinds. Insert your image in the minds of the electorate before getting into 2029. It is a simple political and psychological mind game. Start talking about yourself. Sell your product. Put it in a suitable manner that attracts. You can do it side by side Why you want to talk about the excesses of the government, the corruption, the mysterious killing, and all of those things all over the place? You equally want to talk about yourself. You want to tell your story. You want to allow or give chance to the electorate to hear your story, meaning your advancement, your arrangements, and every other thing going into 2029. You want to come out. You don't counter in illusion that 2029 you will win. You start the countering now using everything available to you. Everything. Let me take you back into history. When we started early, we were around. We had the institution. I can remember the late Philip Wea and other media gurus. T-Max, all the guys. And then, those were all friends of Wea. Wea had been a friend of the media for the very first day. Yeah. So when he announced his intention for the presidency, initially, from the onset, it was embraced by everybody, even though some people were skeptical. Fast forward, we have started to make moves. And there were few radio stations around, but those radio stations were not preaching Wea's message. State radio put it out at that time. You could not say anything on state radio about any opposition. But the other radio stations that were in existence, they were not preaching Wea's message. They were more leaning on the side of the government because the government had the money at the time. So in this gathering, Philip Wea and the others, I think what Philip Wea that brought up the idea. He said, but the thing Wea came. He said he running. He comes and goes. He's in and out of the country. And Wea get radio station. And why he can use the radio station to counter, to come up with some things to sell him. And the other people, the government is using the state radio and other radio stations around. And truly, that was a minus. I'm saying this to tell you that the radio is powerful. The radio sways opinion. The radio changes people's mind. The radio directs. The radio determines the path at which people should tread. That's how powerful the radio is. One person sat on the radio in Rwanda and just said a few words, and what happened? The radio is powerful. If you can take advantage of it, no, you're off. Our culture is a radio-driven culture. Our culture is a radio freak, radio-obsessed culture. You find 80 to 85, about 90% of the people, they listen to radio. In the morning, everybody tune in. They're tuning on the radios to various radio stations. What are they tuning in for? Not for music, not for anything drama. They are tuning in for information. They want to know what is happening on this side, why this is happening, how this is happening. They're just curious to know. So everybody tune in on the radio in the morning for information, all the way in the afternoon and in the night. Just do a survey of the different demographics of group of people that listen to radio in the night. Just take a stroll from one community to another. You will hear face the issues on. You will hear how they call them, spoon network on the side. You go on the side, you hear this other one. You come on the side, you hear face the issues everywhere. People stay on with the radio until the radio goes to sleep. That means they listen, they keep on listening to the radio until the radio closes at 12 o'clock. That tells you the obsession, the desire they have for information. And when you're not using it, you're not going to get your goal achieved. Go in America, go in European countries, see what the people do with technology, see how to make maximum use of radio. But the opposition says, until you can start thinking in that direction, you will not counter. Unity Party is setting up those small cells and giving people money, 50, 100, 150 to do those things they are doing to upset you in the opposition. Under the canopy, they are telling the story. Oh, yes, they are telling their story, but they don't have story to tell. They are telling a manufactured story. So it appears like wonders in the eyes of the people, but it is not a wonder. It is a lying wonder. Just as God said in 2 Thessalonians 2:10, that the devil performs all kinds of miracles but lying. So what they're giving you is rhetoric, and rhetoric is lie, is deception. But how will the people not believe? When you aren't coming up with anything, you just relax and you say, the people on the radio station, they will talk. Listen, this thing, we're only fighting for we are. If you people sit down as opposition and you think that you should not do anything, you rely on us, well, it's up to you. Unity Party is doing everything. Let us not overlook them. In a warfare, you don't overlook your enemy. You don't fend off your enemy. No. You don't overlook anything of your enemy in a warfare. Because that which you think is insignificant, or when you think the person is insignificant, you give the person space to encroach. As you overlook, as you pay less attention, the person is encroaching. Before you can realize it, the person has taken your territory, and you can somersault to do anything extra. You want to take advantage of everything available to you as opposition going into 2029. 2029 is not far. Stick that in your mind. 2029 is not far. Don't live with that illusion. We speak from experience. Ask David Etta Brown Lasana, Madam, when will you start preparing for 2029? Sit in for her and see whether she will tell you 2028. Who told you the Unity Party do not know that there is not much time again? Preparations for 2029 is about to start. 2029 is just before you. It's not far. It may appear to be far from your literal understanding. Technically, as we know it, based on our experience of elections over the years, it's not far. And that's why we're telling you it's not far. 2026, the National Elections Commission start preparing. In fact, not 2026, the latter part of, not 2027, the latter part of 2026. We're not talking about one-room election, not by-election. We're talking about election for 5.4 million people, a country with difficult geography. It takes between 2 to 3 years to prepare. You can prepare for a national election in 1 year. No, it has never happened since God created the world. No country has ever used a year to prepare for a national elections. It's always between 2.5 at most 3. Yeah. The next thing as we go, the challenge. The challenge. What it does, it aims to expose lies and flaws. of the opponent. Time is running out for Unity Party. Time running out on them. Time running out. The opposition can make a comeback. There is no comeback. No comeback is impossible. Every comeback is possible. The reason they are saying that this person can come back, this party will never come back, they're not telling you that the person does not, or the party does not have the possibility, the capability. That statement simply means that we are afraid. So let's use the mind game against them, and let's use some of the people who work with them. Let's infuse some dollars and let them come out to say something, because if they are not, and only us talking, it will make no impact. Assume that all of those guys who came out did not come out to say anything against we are in CDC, and only Unity Party talking, it will mean nothing absolutely. The strategy is, let's get some dollars, infuse some dollars into some of those guys, promise them something, let them come out and say some things about George Wea, say some things against CDC, and let it be that their own people, the same thing they did here with Fonati Kofa. What was the message they were preaching? Oh, CDC betrayed its own speaker, when it wasn't CDC that betrayed its speaker, but that's what they made you to believe. That is a lie. Propaganda means lie, deception. It is twisted. So they're telling you, CDC can't come back to power. CDC will never come back to power. But it's different from saying CDC does not have the capability. There are two statements over there. Stick that in your mind. If the person say this person will not come back, it's different from saying this person has the ability to come back, but we don't want the person to come back. However, we cannot stop the person from coming back. Did you get it? Yaka. We battle on. Yaka. We just pray every day. Pray for life. Once we sit in this chair, forget it. We're playing our part. Fellow opposition political parties and stand-up bearers, we are playing our part. And we expect you to play your part. Complement our effort. We are countering from where we sit as a media institution. It doesn't say you to rely on us entirely. You can come out with your ideas of how you can counter. You can develop a propaganda that can fend off the ruling establishment, that can disrupt the ruling establishment. Oh, how I like that line. When I saw it, I said, yes, the person who wrote this statement is a media propagandist for true. What kind of opposition party were made that the existence, we came into existence to disrupt? Unity Party. This is the first party I've seen with such bold position. CMC made it clear. And that is exactly what I'm explaining here. You cannot counter the ruling establishment if you're doing nothing to disrupt, to get them confused. They are pressing against time. Time isn't in their favor. So it is a good opportunity for the opposition to keep hitting them against the wall by exposing and telling its own story. But this time, who told you opposition cannot be talking that going to do this, going to do that? The people want to hear from you. The people want to hear. They know that 2029, yes, you go in there, they resolve to vote for you, but they want to be hearing some things too. There are people who, they're not shouting and screaming every day. There are people who just want to hear the message. the message of encouragement, message of hope, message that will bring them alive, message that will give them that relaxedness. It is possible. 2029 is not far. Don't think it is far. And the field going to be interesting. Oh, yes. The field going to be interesting. It's going to be a competitive contest. But at the close of the day, the referee will hand the victory whistle to the opposition through the leading opposition, the Congress for Democratic Change. We are excited and motivated because we can do nothing about it. That's what the Constitution says. The coming in of other political parties to join the already existing. And I can tell you, Unity Party can't and will not win 2029. Interestingly, we have some political parties coming up. Oh, yes, it's good. But the battle will be between Unity Party and CDC. It will just be like a European Champions League final. Unity Party will play and play and play and play, will give CDC hard time. There will be some strikes. There will be all kinds of stuff. At the end of the day, CDC will carry it. All of us watch European Champions League final. I'm not talking about that one-sided thing they have with PSG and the other FISI Italian people. We're talking about real Champions League final. Be competitive. The team that will lose the final, you can see they will play. They will have many attempts on goal. Things will work in their favor, and people will be giving up and say, "Oh, the people will beat their team, man. The people will beat their team." At the end of the day, you see that team rise up, hit the net. Before they can realize it, it hit the net again. With just 15 or 10 minutes to go, it hit the net again. Everything over. That's how it will be. That's how the political 2029 Champions League will be. But let the opposition hold together, take advantage, make use of all of its media institutions. If ever was the time for the opposition, and no opposition that is leading this whole thing than CDC. The opposition community, if they are together, as I said day before yesterday, building a strong opposition synergy, they will have to take advantage of their platforms, their radio stations, make use of them, pump money into them, move there, do a lot more. As long as you can have the media, as long as you can have radio station to propagate your idea, you're in a very good position. I'm not saying that it will be wrong to go to other media institutions, but you will not have, we saw it over the years and we stay seeing it, stay happening, the same thing. Sometimes you wonder what kind of culture we're in, that thing, people just can change. They can move from, they can break from certain culture or certain tradition. This is the time, make use of technology, make use of your various radio stations. Don't avoid. Because when you avoid it now, when the time coming closer, it will be bad for you. Make maximum use. Support it, use it, send the message across, disrupt Unity Party, get them confused. They don't have much time in their favor. They can do nothing significant developmentally between now and 2029. They are thinking about 2029 too, with their plenty of other things. They will start coming up with begging for time. And that's what you will see beyond 2025. They will start begging for time. All those things that you see they're doing right now. They know that they don't have time. They can't do anything extra. So they will use, we did not do this. We don't have the time to do it. We want second chance. And you know, President Baka, and you know, President Baka did it. President Baka went to the pay. He's going to the president. That all you'll be hearing. Because they know that time is not in a favor right now. So who takes advantage of that? The opposition. That's how you disrupt them, expose them, hit them hard, give them no chance, no space to breathe before they can realize it. Nothing. 2029, pop. Everything in your favor. The same way they get you out. The same way. That's it. Tomorrow, we talk another one. Today is countering the propaganda vis-a-vis 2029 Unity Party ineptitude. Thank you ever so much for being with us on Real Talk. We talk it real boldly. How about hate against nobody? Nothing, absolutely. This is our country. We are on an obligation as stakeholders to make it better. We're back tomorrow if God permits. This evening, you don't want to miss it. As usual, the doctor himself, the only teacher of the land, Anthony at Law, A.B. William, is here. We face the issues. I'm Sam Andrews. Shalom.